Hey, I'm Ed. I've consumed a metric shit ton of content during my life, and I love to talk about the things that interest me. I also love to rank those things. So I have decided to make a ranking of everything I can think of. Once per week, I will grab a random topic and rank it on my stream. From my favorite video games and animes to the moons of Uranus. I will rank them all. Welcome to Ranked Ranking.
Okay, let's go. So, today we are gonna rank all the monsters of Monster Hunter Wilds. It's been a while, but I think I can still get together what I think about all of those guys. What am I gonna rank them on? Mainly, how much fun are they actually to hunt? Like, not only once, but repeatedly. How fun was the fight? And also visual design as always, like, do they look cool? Do they have some cool effects, something like this? Maybe in some lore or something. And these should be the two main categories. If something else comes up, I will mention it. But other than that, I guess just get into it. The categories are as always, just my personal opinion. So it's from love most to like least. I don't know if I actually hate any monsters, but we will see. Also, I don't know any of the names anymore, so I have a list here that I have to look into from time to time. Um, we are starting with Ajarakan. That was his name. For me, he was just a fire monkey. Um, so the first time you fight him, I think is it immediately a double fight? I'm not sure, but the double fight was pretty soon after you fight him for the first time. So I remember him with the doubles fight, and that double fight was a bit fucked, because it was pretty early. It wasn't as bad, but fast monsters that can basically one shot you are always dangerous and always a bit of a pain. So I'm not definitely not in the love tier. Do I like him? Do I dislike him? I don't think so. I like his design, and I think the fight is fine. So I think he's an okay. Maybe he will come up to a like, but for me, for now, he's just an okay. Because I had some bad memories with him. Like sometimes he had just some bullshit attacks that I think are, yeah, bullshit to dodge. So let's put him there for now. Now we have Anjanath, the Wilds version. How is he called? Is it Guardian Fulgur Anjanath? Let's call him Anjanath. Okay, so I already like the normal version of Anjanath, so this one I think I like even more. He looks cooler. I mean, black, white, or actually mostly white, blue. The thunder theme I also think is actually cooler than the fire theme. So just basically an upgrade, and yeah, I already like the red one or the original one. So this one might be a contender for love actually. Because the fight is also yeah, I do think so. Because the fight comes so late, you're already equipped and into the game, so there's nothing that really pisses you off or is super dangerous or super annoying to deal with. But he's not a completely boring fight, I would say. So I think it's a good contender for a love tier, definitely. Wait, that's Guardian Arcveld, right? Or is this the normal Arcveld? I think. Okay, let's say this one is Guardian and this one is the normal one. I guess I would just rank them together. To be honest, I don't remember if there was even any difference between those two, so I will just see them as one. Um, who are you? You are the Balahara, yeah. Okay, Balahara is he's almost too easy. Although at the beginning, like when you start the game, there were some moments where he could get you off guard, especially with his Diablos mechanic bullshit where he is going to the sand and jumping out. But it's not as bad as Diablos. Even Diablos itself isn't as bad if you fight him often enough. And I did go for the platinum in Monster Hunter World, so I had to fight a lot of Diablos and Black Diablos. I think all the platinum hunters will know what I mean. But all in all, he's fine. Like the design is not super interesting, but the fight actually also wasn't as interesting. I think he's an okay, and I like the design of the fire monkey more, so I will put him below for now. Maybe, as I said, maybe I will push the monkey up just because of the design, its visual design. Now we have the ice monkey, Blangonga. Blangonga, so I know he is an OG or one of the OG monsters. I don't know if he already was a Monster Hunter 1 or in a later one, but I think I've actually never seen him. I think it's my first encounter here in Wilds. I've played Tri, I've played Worlds, I've played Rise. Yeah, I can't remember seeing him anywhere, but anyways, not important. So I don't have the nostalgia bonus, I guess. Or he doesn't get the nostalgia bonus. The fight itself is fine, nothing really special. Also, yeah, he wasn't really strong or anything. To be honest, why the fuck did he come so late in the game? Is it only because he appears in the ice area? Because there's nothing really rememberable about that fight. He just calls smaller versions of himself, just like a Yagi or Bagi. To be honest, he's just a okay monster. He's the lesser version of the Fire Ape, I would say, for me, to be honest. Because just his visual design is less interesting, but his fight is more interesting than the one of the Balahaja. Now we have the first Chupacabra, the first monster you encounter. So, the thing about the first monsters is, I have seen a lot of rankings of other people for other Monster Hunters where they were ranking monsters. A lot of people don't like the first monsters. I mean, it's understandable. The fights are pretty boring, even for the first fight. Most of the time, if you are a seasoned hunter at least, or if you know how Monster Hunter works, and maybe even for beginners, because you are supposed to learn the game with them, right? They aren't supposed to kick your ass. They aren't supposed to be super interesting. So what do you have to point with? The visual design and I guess kind of like the charisma, if you can even say this about monsters. Because when I think of monsters that I like, I don't dislike the starter monsters, like most of the time. For example, the Great Jagi from Monster Hunter Tri. OG monster. I would never put him lower than Love, I think. And to be honest, I like the Chupacabra. He's kind of a cute boy. He's this little frog crocodile guy you just fucking beat the shit out of. I like him. Do I love him? Not yet. But maybe he will move up there. Maybe even in that ranking. But for now, let's put him there. I like his design. I think the fight is nothing special, but just a cute little standard fight. It's mostly the design and the charisma, I guess, that carries him up there. The next OG, the Congalala. They really have a lot of apes, huh? Again, he won't get the nostalgia bonus for me because I don't think I've encountered this one either until I completely forgot every monster in Rise, Worlds, and Tri. Tri he definitely wasn't, I think. And I can't remember fighting him in Rise either. So, actually, oh yeah. No, I don't think I have. So what do I think of him just based on Wilds? I think the idea is funny, like what they did with him. This more of a joke boss because he's fighting mostly with his poop and everything, and he's a big pink ape. Like he's obviously not meant to be taken completely seriously, like one of the Elder Drakes, something like this. But I almost feel like they didn't go far enough. I think they could have done maybe even something more ridiculous. So the joke works, but it's not enough. So therefore, he's, to be honest, only an okay for me either. And because I like still the visual design more, I will put him below the fire monkey. The three monkeys together. Monkeys strong together. Next one. The first boss, kinda. What's your name? Can I find you? It was something with D. Doshaguma, yeah. Doshaguma, I guess I will take the, was it Alpha Doshaguma together? Like, I don't see a difference in those. Again, a really standard fight. The design it's more like a mammoth kind of thing. It's alright, nothing special. The fight also, to be honest, now that I think about the boss fight in the story itself was inscenated really, really well. So with the whole weather going berserk with all the thunder and that shit, that was pretty cool. So, yeah. But the monster itself, outside of that boss fight, is just an okay. Yeah, I have to put him here. This is the Guardian Doshaguma, right? Yeah. I mean, he looks a bit more interesting, but nothing special about that fight either. Maybe I will put him above the ape though, because the design carries him a bit above him. Oh, there's motherfucker. Gravios, the only monster you can kinda miss in the main story. That doesn't really, that you're not forced to fight. He reminds me of that one dragon from Monster Hunter Rise. I forgot his name. Also, I think also he's one of the OG monsters. Now this motherfucker looks cool, but he is a pain in the ass to fight. So I kinda want to put him in dislike. But his design is okay, but his fight just sucks too much. Like I hate all those armored fights where you have to sharpen your weapon every 2 seconds and you have to really watch out where you have to hit one. And here's some bullshit attacks also. Yeah, fuck that guy. Next one. You are the one who plays that, right? What was your name? Gypsaros? Gypsaros? Yeah, works. I think he is a funny idea. Like he goes into that whole. They always have these weird birds who are like a bit quirky, but actually also kind of dangerous sometimes. Like they might have one or two almost one-shot attacks. I think the idea is funny with him fake dying, but it kind of wears off after you have beaten him once. So I wish if they could have somehow given him a feature that makes him special every time you fight him. Because, yeah, the whole shtick, the whole idea with him fake dying is gone after the first time. Also, all his special abilities with, was it paralysis? I don't remember. He can do a lot of shit. Also nothing new, but it makes him more special than I guess like a Doshaguma or something. But I really don't like his design though. I think he's really ugly. Do I dislike fighting him though? I don't think so. He's an interesting fight. So design wise he would probably be more on the dislike, but the fight is interesting at least. So the monkey is funny, but he's a bit boring to fight. So let's put him there. A lot of OKs. Maybe I will really switch that up. Next one. Hirabami. These ones you fight 3 at a time at the beginning, right? You don't fight them in singles. It was an interesting idea, but that's the whole idea of Monster Hunter Rise, that fights are way, way faster than in the previous Monster Hunter, so you can actually fight more monsters. Also, you don't fight as many monsters, I think about it. In previous Monster Hunters, it was normal to fight 2 or 3 monsters, even 4. I think even 5 in Try. But maybe I'm talking bullshit. But here you mostly only have single fights, if at all a double fight. So this one is a nice change of pace. But again, nothing really interesting. Also, it's a bit annoying that he's flying all the time. His design is okay. And he's still more interesting than a Doshaguma. I think Doshaguma is like right like in the middle, like the plainest fight. So the fight is pissing me off, but his design is fine. So his design is nothing super special. So I guess he is fine. Lagiacrus. True, I've forgotten about those guys. Lagiacrus and Mitsutsune, I haven't fought them yet. Maybe I will do some follow-up when all the DLCs are out and all that fun. But for now, I won't rank them. And if I would rank them, they would probably get a really, really high position. Next, we have Lalabarina. Lalabarina is maybe the monster with one of the coolest designs, I think. I really, really like the whole rose spider theme. So just because of that, it's an immediate love, I think. And the fight also is it's pretty simple, but it's the first time, I guess, where the hunter gets to kind of think about a bit more about his positioning with how do you call it, traps, I guess, because she can pull off the needle pollen shit, but it's not that bad actually. You can just fucking wail on her, but that's not too bad. I actually like her design really, really much, and the fight is fine. It's cool. It's neat for the beginning, even at the end. It's fun to beat up monsters. Let's put her there. Why not? Next, we have Nerskula. To be honest, I don't remember a lot about Nerskula. I haven't fought that thing a lot. I don't even remember if it had any super interesting gimmicks. I know that I fought the frenzied version, but I guess that doesn't count for the ranking. And the design was, it's better than the Doshaguma. And the fight was fine. So I guess because it's not a flying shit, I put it here, and it's more memorable. The ape is at least more memorable than her. Next we have Guardian Ebony Odogaron. I really liked Odogaron in Worlds already, so this one again is just an upgrade for me. He looks cooler, the fight. I think he also has some new attacks, but the fight is just as nice as I remembered in Worlds. To be honest, I think I will put him even above Lavalaria because I really like his design. Like, Antonev's design is cooler, but it's not like the best. It's awesome. Like, it's cool. Alvarina, I really like, and Ogaron, I like the fight a lot, and I like the design itself a lot. So I think that's a really deserved first place for now. Next, we have the one with Q, Quemetries. So that's just a chicken. He's just a super dimensional chicken. He has an actually pretty strong attack, which caught me off guard a few times. Did he ever kill me? Maybe once, but I don't think so actually. I think he is also a fine fight for one of the first monsters, but I think Chupacabra takes the lead on that one. Design, yes, okay-ish. Maybe we will do some rearranging here though. I think it will be something like this, yeah. Just an okay-ish fight. Next, Rathalos. Okay, that I didn't have to look up actually. The flagship monster, the one who kinda started it all. Or one of the flagship monsters. Or the first flagship monster, I guess you could call him. Okay, Rathalos is almost the same in every Monster Hunter. And it's always just a clean, good fight. I think in earlier days I would rate him higher, but because it's kind of the same every time, I think I will just put him on the top of like. He's still an awesome fight, and I will put the Guardian version just next to it. I think I prefer the the OG. Here I think, yeah, the Guardian version, it looks interesting, but I think I somehow prefer the OG for some reason. I think if they went full black mode, maybe I would have preferred that version. But for now, let's put them there. And also, I don't remember if you can do anything really special in the Guardian version. Rathian the same, yeah, let's just put them together. I think that's fair. Rathian although can be more annoying sometimes, but it's just too iconic. Like I guess that's what I meant also with charisma. They are definitely getting a nostalgia bonus because I definitely those two guys pissed me off more than any of those guys, for sure. Next one, the Rompopolo. I am kinda. I don't really know what I think about his visual design. On one side, I think it's kind of cool. On the other side, it looks really weird. It's a bit like of an uncanny valley vibe for me. Like it doesn't look right, but it's an interesting idea with all those air balloons or how you want to call them. But I would rather say I think I like it, just because of the farb palette, I guess. Dyke looks also good, and from what I remember him, I I think I more often thought, nah, that's fine. Then I thought that's weird. But there were moments where I thought he kind of looks off. The fight itself also kind of fun. It's like popping bubble wrap, attacking those huge air. What would you call them even? Yeah, airbags of his. But again, not a super special fight. It's the first fight in the new area, though, I think. And all the black oil or what it is also kinda looks cool when you fight him on him. Hmm. I actually also like his attack where I think he kinda can produce a trap or something that explodes when you stay there too long. I got hit by that a lot of times. And if I like, I mean, yeah, fuck that attack, but it's smart. Mm, I think I will put him on the new top of okay. Next, we have one of the two. How do you call those? Deutsch, it's octopus. In German, it's octopus. I'm thinking of Octillery of the Pokemon, but you know what I mean. The how would you call him? It's not a shark. Whatever. It's octopus. Juvu. Juvu is fun. Juvu looks cool, kinda unique. Well, not if they would have only put one of those guys in there, it would have been more unique. But I guess in the whole spectrum of Monster Hunter, it's a unique kind of monster. It's a fast fight. He's supposed to be like this assassin thingy. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. How much do I like it though? I definitely don't love him. He's not special enough for that. I guess I have to put him above the Chupacabra, even if it hurts for my boy. But yeah, I think that's fair there. Okay, this little guy, where is he? Jan Kutku, yeah, fuck that guy. Let's put him on hate. I don't fuck with him. I think he's boring, bullshit attacks. He tanks way too much than he should. It's a fast fight, but that's the point. I think if he would be a starter monster, he wouldn't piss me off as much as he does. I think he's the first monster after you finish the main story, or the first part of the main story, and then you get this fucker, and I remember him just being annoying, not a good boss. Also, he's never alone. That's also really annoying, especially with those kinds of monsters. Oh, we're already on the. Well, they are not Elder Drakes, what are they? Forgot how they are called. The special monsters, the boss monsters. So one of those obviously will be the goat, but let's start with the order how I least like them. I actually don't know myself how I would rank them. You know what? Let's start with the end boss. What is he called? I have no fucking idea. Is he even in that list? I can't see him in the list. Maybe he's not even in there. Yeah, fuck that guy. He's not bad though. He's okay. Yeah, only fought him once for the main story and then never again because you don't really need anything from him. He's a really not scripted fight, more like he has those attacks where it's really clear what you have to do, like this arena blowouts and all that stuff. It's pretty formulaic, you could call it. Which doesn't have to be bad, but it's the same issue with the Monster Hunter Rise monsters, I think. This makes the fight a bit more linear, although I only fought him once, what am I even saying? But it didn't make me want to do him again. But the design is pretty cool. And he's a boss. He's an okay. He's an okay. Actually, his design is really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, but he doesn't go above my boy. Next. Yeah, probably the next one. What was your name again? You are not Druvu, you are Nudra. Yeah. Similar, really cool design, like the whole fire theme around him. His attacks are not that hard to dodge. Like I think I never fainted against that guy. At least I can't remember. I think he's really fair fight. He's actually fun to fight. Like I can't remember ever being like annoyed by him. So I think just because of that, I will put him in the high like. I would rather fight him than a Rathalos, I think. To be perfectly honest. And now that I think about it, let's go to the next one. Oof Duna. Oot. Whatever. I actually like him less. I think he looks cool, like this big Leviathan thingy. I think he would be even cooler if they did some sort of Gen Moran thing with him there, where he would be really, really big. But this size also works out. Other than that, I think the fight is actually pretty annoying. There are some attacks that I somehow never remember how he's announcing them, and I always get hit by them, which is pretty bad. And he's not that interesting, to be honest. Just a big sack to hit on. So he's just an okayish fight, I think. Yeah, I would rather fight those guys than him. Yeah, I think that's the position for him. Yeah, I think it will be just the order now. Is it Jin or it was a Jin Dahan or something? Jin Dahat, yeah. The one from Tower of God. Yeah. Okay, Jinder Heart again. Some really, really annoying elements in that fight, but also cineastically a pretty cool fight. Again, a really scripted or formulaic fight, I would say. It's pretty obvious what you have to do. Actually, it wasn't that obvious. When in the final phase, when he's doing his one-shot attack, I didn't understand first how to dodge it, and I barely finished that fight with 2 cards, with 2 deaths. So that was pretty annoying. But when you know how he works, he's still can have some bullshit moments, but just in general, also his design is pretty cool. I like those big monsters. So I would put him probably here. I still would rather do the final fight again than Jindahat because also the fight is pretty long. Final fight also is pretty long, but the visual design is at least better of the final monster than Jindahat, in my opinion. And now we are getting into the top 3. I think now it's gonna be Arcwild for me. As I said, I will rank them both together. So, because I don't remember what their difference even is. Arcwild has some of the most bullshit attacks, but he also feels pretty good to fight, pretty fulfilling because he's the most Or one of the most difficult fights, I would say. Maybe the difficult one. You could discuss this. But yeah, visual design awesome. I like his whole chain thingy. The lore also is interesting with that guy. Also, the story is not that important for whiles. I think he's not a love though. But let's put him up here. I think that's a good position for him. I like his whole chain thing. It reminds me a bit of Silas from League. Don't know why. Maybe just because it's chains. So the gold position will be decided between those two guys. Kinda the flagship monster and the edgy dragon. And normally it would be an easy choice for me. It would be the edgy dragon, but this time it's not. The edgy dragon goes in second place. So Gormagala already was pretty cool in Rise, but here he gets a way more prominent position because there are actually not that many drakes or elder drakes or big monsters, and he kind of shines out. Again, some really hard, annoying attacks, but again, a really nice, fulfilling fight. You feel nice beating him. He's not too easy, he's not too hard, I would say. Sure, you can easily fail that, and sometimes you think bullshit, but look at him. He's a fucking black dragon of wrath. Like, that's fucking sick as fuck. I think the only thing that comes close is like Alatreon or Fatalis or something like this. Even though Fatalis is not black. And I've never fought him, I think. Anyways, he doesn't take the place because there's one monster I think is even more fun to fight, for me at least. Raydao. Please tell me I said it correct. Yeah, Raydao. So first of all, the whole inscenation with the whole sky turning black and all the thunderstorms is great, insane, super awesome idea. I also loved it with the Shaguma fight already. I really wish they would do this with more boss, but they are kind of doing it right with Oof. It's the whole rainstorm and so on, but I think with Raydao you can kind of feel it the most. The whole switch of the kind of desert area into a complete dark thunderstorm area looks really awesome, and you can really you will see that he's there. You cannot miss it, and the whole atmosphere of the area also changes. Like I think the first time it happened, I didn't even understood it was him, and I kind of was like, "What the fuck's happening?" Like it was like you got ambushed by a fucking secret boss or something like this. Then the fight itself. So he was the monster that I had to fight the most by far because of the what is it called? Uh, Not only crown. Actually, it was the crown hunting. Wait, why did I fight him so? No, I fought him the most because for one trophy you had to beat I think 50 Apex monsters, and I chose him. And also I had to hunt him, or not hunt, but re-roll him a lot for the gold crowns, for the platinum. So I had a lot of time to spend with him, and fighting him was really fun. Like I think that's also the reason why I chose him for the 50 Apex kills, because none of his attacks are complete bullshit. Of course, sometimes I thought like, man, that's ass, but he feels like a completely fair fight. He is more on the easier side, I would say, though. Like maybe that's just the case because I had to fight him so often that I just learned how to fight him really well. But I don't think that's that bad. I still got pushed around a lot sometimes, like if I just didn't pay attention. Sometimes he just straight up got me. And I think that's a pretty good fight. If you can fight somebody like 50 times and he still you can't still fight him completely on autopilot. Of course, sometimes more, sometimes less. But I think it's just a really straight. No, maybe not that straightforward. As I said, a fun to learn fight, a fun to execute fight, and a visually just stunning fight. Also, his visual design in general, I think, is pretty cool. I love the whole Thunder theme. And for that, she deserves the gold placement in this ranking. But let me know your favorite monster, why you like them, why you dislike them, why my list is good, why my list is bad, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.